This person's power.
As per requirement of Law 1975, Chapter 231, notice is hereby given that this is a regular meeting of the Borough of Highlands Mayor and Council, and all requirements have been met. Notice has been transmitted to Asbury Park Press and the Two River Times. Notice has been posted on the public bulletin board. Formal action will be taken. Roll call. Councilmember Braswell. Councilmember Bouillon.
Here.
Councilmember D'Arrigo.
Here.
Councilmember Ryan.
Here.
Mayor O'Neill.
Here.
Now, workshop, Eastern Monmouth County Chamber of Commerce presentation.
Does it need to be on a mic?
No.
Yes, for recording. Thank you. So, hi everyone. Thank you for having me. My name is Jennifer Eckhoff, and I am the Executive Director for the Eastern Monmouth Area Chamber of Commerce. So this is my first big presentation doing this to a group, so bear with me while I try to do this formally. I was asked to come tonight and explain to you what the Eastern Monmouth Area Chamber of Commerce does and how it can actually help the businesses in Highlands grow, develop, and prosper, I guess is the way to put it. I will tell you first, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. My husband has been involved with the Eastern Monmouth Area Chamber of Commerce for well over 20 years, so it's been an important part of my life. I took over this job on January 3rd. When I took over the Eastern Monmouth Area Chamber of Commerce, I took it from a position of where it was failing, and in a very questionable state as to whether or not it was going to survive. We were down to 106 members, and I really came in to run our biggest event of the year that was going to happen in 3 weeks. I pulled that event together. We had 150 people there. We had various members of the county. We honored Tom Arnone, Senator Victor Powell, who just been elected, and he came to celebrate with us. And that was the beginning. We are now up to over 180 members. So since I started in January, we've gone from 106 to over 180. I was managing director at the time as an interim, and now I'm officially permanent as executive director. So we're doing very well, and we are no longer in danger of not surviving, and we're thriving. So that's very exciting for us. So what the Chamber of Commerce does, and what we pride ourselves on doing, is offering a lot of different aspects to our members. First of all, it is a membership of which businesses would pay into, but it's a nominal fee. Every event that you attend as a member, you would attend at a discount versus a non-member who could join. So the Chamber of Commerce is not private, it's open to anybody. Anyone can attend any of our events, but you as a member get a discount, and the benefit to coming is that. One of the other benefits that you have is that our chamber is the oldest chamber in Monmouth County. It was established in 1928, surviving through the first year of the Depression, and then through every other up and down, economic and anything else that they've had. So there's a lot of history behind and a lot of experience. Many of our members have been members for 20 plus years, longer than that. They've been in business for a while, so there's a wealth of knowledge to gain from the members that are members of the chamber. So as a business member, you have 180 people in various industries to have a background for yourself. As a business owner or any type of business that you're in, there's constantly a contact there for you to use as a sounding board or an advice person. It's also 180 people to get to meet us to. And when I say 180 people, that's not really right, because every person that works for your company is a member of the chamber. So once your company becomes, or your business becomes a member, every person. So when you have one bank, they've got however many employees. Even if you take a small bank, every branch and every member of that, every employee of that branch is a member of the chamber. So you're talking 180 businesses but you're talking a lot more people that you can constantly meet. We do a lot of things to get you to meet people in other districts as well, other counties as well. We do a lot of events mixed with other chambers. We work closely with them to try to broaden who you get to meet and who you get to expose your business to. Our chamber offers a breakfast every month. At that breakfast, we do networking first, and then we provide a skill building type value to when you come. So it's not just coming to breakfast, eat, stand around and talk to people and network. You get something to bring back to your business. We just finished planning this morning our year starting in January. We do breakfast January, February, March, April, May, June possibly. It all depends on what's going on that month. We take July and August off. We do September, October, and November, and we do not have a breakfast in December. So that's quite a few breakfasts that we offer, and we have an event scheduled and a skill building seminar or something to build your business at every one of those. Our 2019 schedule is going to actually start off with the January bringing you health and fitness and starting off and setting you up for success. But it's health and fitness for you and your business. There's networking, there's going to be networking hints. And when I say networking hints, you know when you walk into a room and you are talking to a group of people and then suddenly you have nothing else to say. How do you walk away from that conversation and go meet somebody else? That's networking. How do you do those things? So that's a skill that everybody needs, can always learn, everybody can always improve upon. So those are skills we're going to be teaching out there too. And then we're also going to be teaching time management. So that is something you can use in your personal life and something you can use in your business life. So that's just an example of how we're kicking off January. We're bringing all the way around teaching marketing, teaching, I can't think of them all, but there was a lot. It goes the whole year, brings it all the way around to coming back in November to think about, we brought you all these skills. Now put it together. Are you a creative person or are you a consuming person? Can you give back? Can you now take your time and create? And what kind of community and environment do you want to be? Do you want your business to be? How are you going to do that? So that's just a breakfast that you can go to once a month for $20. So investing in yourself and in your business just for that will help get your name out there and get your business growing. We also offer business after hours, which tends to be more social and more networking and getting to know the relationship building without the seminars and stuff like that. We are going to be having one of those. Well, it's going to occur in January, which is a huge awards event. We have over 200 people normally at that event. So it's a great kickoff to the year. We meet all sorts of different types of business people. And then we have that we're working on February. We have a huge trade for events planned for April, May, June, July. We're going to have a beach party. So those tend to be where you spend time getting to know more people, different people, and build relationships. You spend longer time just talking to someone without that. We have quarterly luncheons where we have a business building, but it's also more of an inspirational type learning in that as well. We have some free events. Sometimes we have businesses who will sponsor an event who will offer you tools to use at no charge because you're a member of the chamber. We recently had one on branding your business and building a marketing brand and how to do that. So these are all different ways that you as a business owner can be a member of the Chamber of Commerce, grow your business, and then the more people that you're out meeting through the Chamber of Commerce brings more and more people into your business. We have a lot of members who use members, if that makes sense. So a lot of our businesses have long-lasting relationships with other businesses. For example, I have a committee meeting, and every time I keep waiting for these two guys to leave, and they never leave, because one guy's always sitting there writing the other guy checks because he's his insurance agent, and he has all these businesses, so he's constantly writing different insurance checks, and it's because they've known each other for so many years, and they've started doing business together. It sounds creepy that they're sitting in my office writing checks, but it's not creepy. But, you know, there's that type of relationship that gets built when you belong to a group of businesses sharing businesses.
Yeah, when you're saying production, you mean professional. not talking about, you know, parade.
No. Like, for example, we had an event on October 30th. And when I say an event, this is probably as close to a Christmas party as we get. We had a business after hours with a comedy night. So we brought in a member of Jersey Shore Chamber of Commerce with Asbury Park Chamber of Commerce at the Asbury Park Brewery. And then we had our Chamber of Commerce. So we had 3 chambers of commerce. You could meet people from 3 different areas. We did networking, and then we did a comedy show. So we had that aspect to bring in something a little different. One of our big events was this was a great event. Green Leaf Pet Resort invited 2 chambers. They had an open house. They opened up their entire facility when they had their grand opening and invited 2 different chambers to come. And what was wonderful about that is they paid for everything. So for $10, you could come and meet, and I want to say it was like well over 100 people there. And it was 2 hours. They provided the food, and you walked around and got a tour of their facility, and you could talk and meet from all different places, from ocean and land, which was great because you talked about your business, they shared their business, and that's what the whole event was about. So when we have after-hours events, when I say they're social in nature, but they're business focused. People are there to talk about their business to other people, to meet other people, to work with, to network with, and to build their business networks.
Our business is fun. So we're looking for all types of areas to develop businesses. So joining your association, how would that kind of benefit us?
So we set up our own thing.
There's 2 different ways to look at that. First of all, setting up a chamber is a lot of work. But if you're looking to concentrate only in your area and stay in your area and market just to your area, it's ideal. If you are looking to bring people into your area, the best way to do that is to network with people outside of your area. Because if you're having something just inside, reaching outside people is very, very difficult. If you're coming to a regional chamber like us, we have that reach for you. We offer a lot of marketing opportunities, like with your membership, you get 1 free e-blast a year. We have over 2,100 people that we e-blast to. So right there, you're reaching 2,100 people that you probably don't have on your list that you get. And then we offer packages where you can buy more e-blasts and send them out, and that reaches our people. And that's a way to reach beyond your own walls or your own contacts to bring new people fresh into your town or into your businesses.
So does the town facilitate this for the businesses, or do the businesses do it on their own?
I facilitate this with committees for all of my 180 members. So every event that we have, I have committees. I have a communications committee who helps me write all of our packages. Right now we're working on our membership packages to start for 2019. I have a marketing committee who helps put together our marketing packages. We're creating a bunch of new packages. We work as a social media arm for small businesses. If you own a 1 or 2 person business, it takes a lot of time to run a complete social media program. We have a social media company that is our social media team. They have offered a package that is discounted for other EMAC members. So they could actually be your social media team. If you have a small business and you need a social media team to work for you, you can hire them at a discounted rate, and they would run your social media for you. So they would also help you run your business as being part of you and do the work for you. Because it's very hard just to run a small business. So you've got those kinds of things. As far as being a chamber of commerce, I do this full-time by myself for 180 members. I do it well over a 40-hour work week. It's not a one-person job. However, it's a nonprofit, so it's a one-person job. I have a board of directors that's very supportive. I have a committee Kevin being one of them, who, really give a lot of time. I have a couple of members who come in and filing committee do data research for me. But you have to have people willing to come in and help you facilitate what needs to be done.
From a borough perspective, what would the borough need to do, or is it just the business owner? And I'm asking because I'm also a small business owner in town.
Right.
I'm also here to get the business. Is there anything that we would need as a council to put forward, or is this just individual business owners saying, I want to be part of Eastern Month?
Well, I think that would come as a question to you as a borough, is what your goal is for your borough. If you're looking to develop your borough economically and bring in different types of businesses to your borough, or to bring in, to develop your borough economically in a different manner than what's currently here. As in bringing different types of businesses. Like when I was looking on your website and your Facebook page and stuff like that, the majority of your businesses are very similar. The majority is restaurants and bars. If you wanted to mix that up, and I could have my facts wrong because I did research, but that looked to me to be the majority of the businesses are in this town. If you want to develop this town economically, it would seem to me that you would need to have more types of businesses in your business. That would not be a Chamber of Commerce job. The Chamber of Commerce job is to help the businesses that you do have survive and thrive and grow. Which then, as a side effect, would then bring notice to your town and have other businesses interested in being part of it. But that would not be the Chamber of Commerce's job. That would be a borough job.
Oh, no, I do understand that. What I'm saying is how we could help facilitate getting your message across to our businesses, other than you giving us a really nice flyer and links to all of your stuff and us putting it on our social media and our webpage. What else could we do to help facilitate that process?
To help facilitate your businesses becoming members of our chamber,
Just to find out more about your chamber, and it's up to them as to whether they want to join.
exactly. I would be happy to speak to your businesses in a situation similar to this and present to them as well. That would be probably a good start. Knowing that many small businesses don't have time to, meet, or I could meet individually, or I could ask my committee members to come meet individually. I could help make that happen for you. That would be a good start.
And what towns are part of the
I have not memorized. This is like, for some reason, the hardest list I've ever had to memorize. I think I could do a periodic table.
Relax, it's okay.
Right.
No one's testing you.
Thank you. Thank you.
No one's testing you.
You know it, I know. No, we're not letting him. He can't show me up. Okay. It's Eaton. They do it alphabetically. That's why it makes no sense to me, because I do it geographically. Eatontown, Fairhaven, Little Silver, Monmouth Beach, Oceanport, Red Bank, Rumson, Seabright, Shrewsbury, Tinton Falls. Those are the areas that are listed. It's not a set in stone type thing, because we have businesses from other towns. We have businesses who, if you do business in any of this area, you would want to be a member of a chamber that has contacts in that area. So you may have a business, like we actually have you ever seen Gym Guys, that band where they drive around? They're actually based in Secaucus, but all of their business is in this area. So they're obviously a member of our chamber because this is where their contacts are. This is who they need to reach out to. So any business that's going to do business with this area is a member. There is no set legal place as to who you can and cannot be a member of. We have a lot of our members who are members of our chamber, Asbury Park, Long Branch, Greater Ocean. We actually had an interesting situation where we had a professional speaker called, his name is Mike Michalowicz. He wrote Profit First, quite a few books. He's a well-known speaker. And he came to speak, and it was Eastern Monmouth, Greater Ocean, Jersey Shore, Asbury Park, Point Pleasant, Monmouth Ocean Development Council, and Homedale or Howell. So there were 7 chambers. And the poor people walked in like going, I registered with them. I registered with them. Because they're members of all of us. But it's okay, because as long as we're all getting our messages out to help the businesses, that's okay too. As long as we're all helping to provide what the businesses need, that's okay too. And that's also why we mingle with each other, because it is all about helping our businesses succeed and survive.
And what is the fee?
So currently our fee structure is varied based on the number of employees we have. So our majority of our employees are either 1 to 25 or 11 to 30-ish, let's say. So it's 250 for 1 to 10, and then 11 to 25 for the 2 to 300, I believe. And then there's a $25 admin fee for the first time only.
So our next step would be to try and set up an evening or a day that you come and meet with them, we'll have our businesses meet with you.
That would be, I would be more than happy to do that. Anyone who could get, I mean, I could do that. I'd be as welcoming as I could be to any of their schedules.
And you say, when you say that goes back to the events, because it doesn't seem like we have, our events are more,
Okay.
so your events are really targeted for the business. The word events is confusing when you see here.
Right.
Because here events are.
Well, I can kind of speak because our office is based in Red Bank, and we have Red Bank River Center. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Red Bank River Center, but their job is the economic development of a certain area of Red Bank, not even the whole town of Red Bank, but just a certain area of Red Bank. And they put on a lot of events, which are very different from our events because they invite residents and promote businesses and all that type of stuff. Ours are very different. And I call them events because I'm used to running events because that's what I did. But the breakfasts have the mini seminars. The evenings do not have that, but they are business focused for the purpose of developing business relationships. One of the things that I like to share about the chamber, which a lot of people don't realize, is I don't know if you've ever, I mean, I know around here I was flabbergasted this by my husband's life and where we grew up, where he grew up. I moved here after college, but I moved a lot as a child. And whenever I moved here, I was always taught you call the Chamber of Commerce to find out where to go to do this and how to do that. Everybody here seems to live here forever in this area of Monmouth County. They don't go anywhere. They don't come from anywhere. They stay here forever. So he tended to, so he was like, hey, you don't call the Chamber of Commerce for that. People call the Chamber of Commerce for that. It amazes me even to this day how many people do not have a computer. So I get phone calls about phone numbers, which I then Google for them. I get phone calls about, do you remember the store in downtown Red Bank where I might have gotten my Girl Scout uniforms? Do you know the old lighting store that used to be here? Is it still there? Do you know how I can contact them? Do you have a recommendation for an IT consultant? Do you have a recommendation for where I could have people go stay overnight when I have a wedding in such and such town? I get every phone call you can imagine still coming into the Chamber of Commerce, and I'm expected to know that. When I get asked for a recommendation, I'm going to recommend one of my members before I'm going to recommend somebody else. So that's still the referral process still does, and I'm going to recommend a member that shows up versus a member who's paid dues. I'm going to recommend a member that I've worked with that I know because I can personally account for the fact that I know these people versus they just sent me in a check. So being active in the chamber makes a big difference as well. I will also tell you that we tend to like to have our events or our after hours or our meetings at member locations. Currently, we have one restaurant. Out of 180 members, we have one restaurant.
So what are some of the majority of them?
So the majority of our members, I was going to tell you this before, are between are 25 employees or smaller. That is the majority of our membership. Default, I can't do a graph, but it's still small on the computer screen. Our largest chunk of businesses are finance and insurance, so banks, mortgage lenders, that type of industry. Business and professional services.
What does that mean?
That would be people. Like, would be IT, web design, social media, marketing, those type of people who would be giving, provide that type of services. My chart is also not correct because I have 64 people who are not categorized. I'm redoing the categories in the new DEP system. 11 legal. We also work with Barter Pays, and I don't know if anybody's familiar with Barter Pays. We work with them, so new members can also join through Barter Pays. Barter Pays is, hard to explain. I'm trying to wrap my head around it.
It's
barter, right?
your business to start to grow your business. Another one, and that's being paid.
It's really, I'm still trying to learn it after a year, but I'm getting there. So there's, I'm trying to think what else we can say about the team. Oh, we actually have a really cool option to build your business again that we are offering in 2019, which is one of our members came to us and they own a podcast studio. So if you're looking to build your business in a totally different way and social media is rising, they are offering every new member and renewing member who pays for their membership a 1-hour free podcast in their studio with an engineer. Can be live streamed on Facebook, and then they will send you the audio of the podcast. And then if you choose to pursue it, you get a discount through their services. So that's something new and different of trying to bring stuff a little bit more modern and up to date. And I mean, that's a $55 value that they're offering members just for free, just for joining. So there's that kind of stuff involved as well.
So we can try and arrange something, time open in December that we can reach out to the first.
December is great for me because we have our holiday party December 6th, and that's all I have to do.
Can you cover contact? I'm just assuming that you all think your position, and that you want to do plus your name. That sounds good, that we can.
There's no obligation on a borough level. It's just getting the information out. It's for the businesses to get. No, it's not.
Called an open meeting.
Just get the word out and help get your word out. I don't get one. Thank you. Yes, please. Thank you.
I'm checking 706.
Yeah.
So is that all you guys need from me? I figured that I was looking at the name. Okay. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Now I'm curious to figure out.
I really don't know.
Who's doing that? What's the most important? Oh, you talk about it. Talk about it. Okay. Anything else to be over? Who's the public? I'm sure. What was it working?
I'll second it. All right.
Okay. Executive session resolution.
Executive session resolution.
With regard to the executive session resolution, is there a I understand there's a motion to amend to include litigation, New Jersey natural gas litigation. Okay. So added to the executive session agenda would be litigation, New Jersey natural gas litigation. Roll call.
Councilmember Braswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Brian?
Yes.
Councilmember Diarigo? Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill?
Yes.
Okay. Executive session, shared service feasibility with Seabright, Captain's Cove Marina, Shadow Lawn Development, contract negotiations for CWA, personnel code enforcement officer, litigation, New Jersey natural gas litigation. And motion? Okay. Councilmember Braswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Brian?
Yes.
Councilmember Diarigo?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
And Mayor O'Neill?
Executive session and according to 7:05.
Call to order. As per requirement of Public Law 1975, Chapter 231, notice is hereby given that this is a regular meeting of the Borough of Highlands Mayor and Council, and all requirements have been met. Notice has been transmitted to the Asbury Park Press and the Two River Times. Notice has been posted on the public bulletin board. Formal action will be taken. Time may be allotted for public comment at this meeting. Each speaker may be allotted a limited time when recognized by the presiding officer. Individuals wishing to address the council shall be recognized by the presiding officer and shall give their name, address, and the group, if any, that they represent. Although the council encourages public participation, it reserves the right, although through its presiding officer, to terminate remarks to and or by any individual not in keeping with the conduct of a proper and efficient meeting. The council will not, during the public portion of this meeting, discuss any matters involving employment, appointment, termination of employment, negotiations, terms and conditions of employment, evaluating of the performance of promotion, disciplining of any specific prospective or current employee. Pledge allegiance. Roll call. Councilmember Braswell?
Here.
Councilmember Brian?
Here.
Councilmember Diarigo? Councilmember Ryan?
Here.
Mayor O'Neill?
Here. Can I just say something before we start? Before we start the meeting, I'd like to have everybody say, I'd like to express my thanks, just like who put their time in, run their campaigns, for getting things done, and get themselves elected. You know, I think it was more campaigning and more information out this year than I've been in a long time. That's a good thing. I'd also like to thank the people who aren't here that didn't get voted in. They took the time to get involved in the process. Same with the school board people. Now you'll find out what you asked for. Thank you. Maybe your hand here. All right.
Okay. Approval of the minutes on May 16, 2018. Any amendments or corrections?
I'll offer it.
Okay. Councilmember Braswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Brian?
Yes.
Councilmember Diarigo?
Yes.
Okay. Councilmember Ryan?
I abstained from the May 16th, but yes for the June 6th.
Okay. Mayor O'Neill? Okay. May 16th minutes was properly approved. June 6, 2018.
I'll offer it.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, Councilmember Braswell?
Yes.
June 6, 2016.
2018.
It says 16 on the agenda.
Mine says 18, mine says 17.
I apologize, it's a typo. It is 2018.
It should be June 6, 2018, correct?
Yes.
I was gonna say, I don't know what it is, I could vote on those minutes.
Mine doesn't have that. Okay. All right, so Councilmember Braswell.
Yes.
Okay. Councilmember Breon.
Yes.
Councilmember Diarigo. Councilmember Ryan.
Yes.
And Mayor O'Neill.
Yes.
Okay. June 6 minutes was properly approved. Consent agenda. Resolution 18-224, Resolution 18-225, okay. So Resolution 18-224, approval payment of bills. Resolution 18-225, accept resignation of David Mercado. Resolution 18-226, cancel improvement appropriation balances. Resolution 18-227, approve request for waiver of alcohol ban of community center. Resolution 18-228, authorize refund of sewer overpayment. Resolution 18-229, appoint member of housing authority. And Resolution 18-230, appoint additional fire police.
I'll offer it.
Okay. Councilmember Braswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Breon?
Yes.
Councilmember Diarigo?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill? Consent agenda was properly approved. Resolutions. Resolution 18-231, to purchase fully skid steer from state contract.
I'll make the motion.
Okay. Councilmember Braswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Breon?
Yes.
Councilmember Diarigo? Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill? Resolution 18-231 is properly approved. Resolution 18-232, authorizing advertisement of RFP for feasibility study for shared services with Seabright.
I'll second.
Okay. Councilmember Braswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Breon?
Yes.
Councilmember Diarigo? Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Councilmember O'Neill? Mayor O'Neill? Okay. Resolution 18-232 is properly approved. Okay. And ordinance, introduction and first reading, ordinance 18-23. Bond ordinance providing for the replacement of stormwater and sanitary sewer mains, appropriating $5,050,000 and authorizing the issuance of $5,050,000 of bonds and notes.
I'll offer that.
I'll second.
Councilmember Braswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Breon?
Yes.
Councilmember Diarigo?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill?
Yes.
Ordinance 18-23 was properly introduced. The public hearing will be held on December 5th, 2018. Okay. Other business, best practices.
Okay, the best practice inventory, I'll throw it out there. The Department of Community Affairs and Division of Local Government Services released the best practice inventory. This is something that's been ongoing now for 4 years. So they give a series of questions from municipalities, and the town completes the questionnaire, and then they get ranked and rated. So this year, if you score below a 75, the state can withhold some state aid from the municipality. So this year we had 61 questions and we scored 87, which is like a B plus. No state aid is going to be withheld. Any questions that are repeated from the prior year, we try to improve upon them. We try to get as close, to 100 as we can. We did pretty well though. No damage here, and it's something we constantly work on, and all municipalities get to it. And that's about it.
Thank you.
Can you give us an example of what some of the best practices are?
Oh, sure. So one of the questions are, has the audit been filed on a timely basis? Has the audit comments been reviewed and been presented to the governing body? We didn't have any audit findings. They talk about 2016 to our findings. They talk about we have an employee manual. How about the annual debt statements, financial statements? Have they all been filed on time? The budgets, have they been introduced on time and filed on time? And we scored yes on all those. We have anytime there's a contract that's a contract with employees, have we filed it with PERC? So questions are extensive. They cover all different phases of operations of the local government. And some you do well on, some you don't. But we did pretty well overall.
Good. Yep. Anybody else?
Valley Street project is going to begin approximately November 26th. That's going to begin with the 10 30 pipe replacements and then begin with stormwater work. The mayor and Councilman Roswell and I sat down with Doug and Sandy, and we reviewed some existing projects that we have going on. Valley Street was one of them, which is going to be a large project. That was about a $1.4 million project that we have going on with drainage. That's going to increase the kind of the size of the drainage pipe, and will also increase the flow of where it's able to go into the street.
Stormwater. Increase the flow of stormwater. And that's the funding, where is that from?
That's NJEIP prior funding that we had from prior bonds that were taken prior year, 2013, 14, NJEIP.
So that was already funded. It's not a new burden on us.
That was a program that was initiated by TNM, and we were going to apply that program in with the project that we are currently doing ordinance for with water rich, with that sanitary and storm drainage as well. We also were looking at the sediment collection basin project coming from Monmouth Hill. We got to look at the maps and the different drainage options that we have going on at Monmouth Hills. I've been meeting with the CMA and the DPW superintendent over the past few months, and we got to sit and look at the different options that we have and explain different ideas that we have going on, which I think that you guys can explain in a moment. We're looking at temporary infrastructure repair for the bulkhead over at Jones Creek. You'll see, I don't know if anyone noticed that we did kind of temporary repair for the prior storm that we just had. It did hold up for that storm, though. We did not have any low that really caused a problem.
Yeah, it was effective. Actually, that was something that the mayor had a hand in. But during high tide, the water did not inflow into Jones Creek like it ordinarily would have. So it created a place for some of the storm water to flow to, which is something that we haven't had in a long time.
Right. So you can look at a temporary setup for infrastructure repair for that, because that did work as a temporary setup we originally had.
If it looks kludgy, if you happen to look at it, it's not intended to be a long-term solution. It's just to keep the water from coming in now, because we're preparing. She's going to tell you about it, but we're preparing for an enormous project in the Waterwitch neighborhood, which includes Jones Creek, that will put a more permanent bulkhead at the end of Jones Creek and a newer valve to let water out but not in, including the drainage and area. But anyway.
I think you did a good job saying it. I don't have to say it. I think that.
But if you look at it, you'll see pieces of wood stuck in there and foam sticks on it. It looks terrible, but it's not meant to be a permanent solution. It was just something quick, and Mayor did it for us.
Yeah. So then we're also looking at a temporary diversion for the fourth name and the storm over at Waterwitch and Bay as well. Maybe if it's something to assist doing a temporary wise until we can get the project going for the main project that we're introducing the ordinance tonight. We're also reviewing grant opportunities that NJLEM has introduced. What I'm looking forward to doing is introducing higher bulkhead through different portions of the town through NJLEM funding and FEMA funding. And then also there are residential opportunities as well that we can apply for. almost as is like the mitigation for Irene grants that we had out for lifting. We're gonna apply for residential bulkheads. So, we're gonna apply for those as well. And hopefully we'll have a positive outcome for that. I look forward to getting a positive response for those grants as well. So what we've seen during the last storm, we had some, great, it was Veterans Park,
North Street.
North Street, over next to the North Street pump station. Those are the areas that we would look at doing some bulkheads, including.
And we're looking at adding a pump at Jackson Street.
Right, and then the other thing would be Jackson Street, almost like a boat system, with bulkhead and that comes out and then hold
But that will go, we'll drain the triangle down behind Circle K. And our plans are to, when North Street was redone, stormwater drain from Cornwall Avenue, there's 3 bases there, to North Street was cut off. Now the water percolates into the ground rather than flow. So what we're looking at is rather than run the drainage all the way down the length of Cornwall Street, we'll cut across John Street to Jackson Street, put a pump at the bulkhead with a wall. So when the water accumulates, the pump will pump it out rather than when you have a high tide condition, you're looking for the balance of the tides. So that's what we're doing. We think that by doing that, it will draw more water from the Cornwall Street through John up through Jackson and that area of town will be able to be drained. Because the elevations from where the catch basin is down toward Bath and all the way through Shrewsbury Avenue will probably be a problem. And the elevation across John Street is almost flat. So if we can reduce the accumulation of water, it will naturally flow to a low spot. And we should be able to pump it out. North Street, the town owns a little bit of both where our pump station is, the neighbor to the south, or east owns some. So that's the grant that Ms. Gonzalez is talking about to have our bulkhead fixed maybe 6 feet. His bulkhead fixed maybe 50 feet. Neighbor, one on the side, Mr. Advanced, has already raised the bulkhead. We have heard that Cafe is in the process of permitting to raise their bulkhead, so that should put a seam across the end of North Street.
Veterans.
Veterans as well.
Theater, content.
Right. Plant, bulkhead, plant it's holding, but it's a bad shape, so we want to have that.
Yeah.
And the end of Cedar Street ties in to the bulkhead at plant. So the whole corner from Honeysuckle Lodge, North property to the condominiums on the end of Fifth Street. We're looking to have that redone. But we've already redone, we did the drainage from the corner road, Fifth and Cedar, with the parking lot out to the river on Cedar Street this summer. So that's where that's at. The other part of the $5 million bond is that's the sewer. We had a problem with beaches closed this summer. It's a source connection somewhere. It's an infiltration of sewer water into storm water, which comes out Jones Street. The beaches water are very high because it's a beach. The kids in this recreation center can't go swimming. So, through some work with Ms. Gonzalez, whether it might be, we're able to obtain, or we're thinking we can obtain a loan at a 50% forgiveness, $5 million, which we were looking to improve sewer and stormwater across the amount of Bradley Point.
Yeah, from Ocean all the way to
Waterworks.
not 2 blocks past Waterworks.
But in addition to that, tie in that drainage, the drainage plan is part of what's going on Valley Street by the whole downtown section.
It also goes all the way up Waterworks.
The other problem is we found out last week or 2 weeks ago, and it's happened before, is when infiltration's high in rural climates, we get an overindulgence of water into our sewer. Pump on Woodridge Avenue comes on, and it pressurizes, so all that water comes out at the hardware store, intersection there. So what we're looking to do is convert that force main from that manhole further down the street, break it over to 45, tie it downstream, and therefore eliminate that.
So they shouldn't surcharge at manhole.
The manhole's very shallow, only about 3 feet deep, 4 feet around. So when it comes, it's not much force. So, in addition to that, in the manhole's a circle. Force main comes in from 9 to 3 o'clock. The sewer from Woodridge Avenue, Lynn Avenue, comes in 9 o'clock. So they oppose each other. When that force main comes on, forces sewage up Woodridge Avenue. Of course, at 6 o'clock is where it starts to gravity feed towards pump stations in town. I don't even know if you really want to hear that's the problem. So you know what I'm talking about. So that's what we're looking to do. That's what all this is about.
This is going to replace a large portion of the town's terracotta 80-year-old sewer mains with this modern PVC, which will last another. They say 80 years, but I'll say it'll probably last 100 years before someone has to do anything.
He won't be around us.
Yeah, I won't be around, but we're going to leave a good sewer legacy behind. So this is solving a lot of problems. It's all infrastructure stuff. It's not pretty, but it's going to take a huge burden off of what it takes to keep the town maintained and running.
And to that point, Eastern Dallas doing some a lot of labor, different municipal, governmental organizations that she's familiar with, be it through FEMA or ABC or has things down money into viable content. You're talking about millions. You can get $5 million and you get half of it together.
She turned $5 million into $250,000 and then a 25% forgiveness on the interest.
$2.5 million.
$2.5 million.
$2.5 million. I'm sorry. $2.5 million. $5 million to $2.5 million.
You did it to 250,000.
250,000.
We're going to lose her, I'm going to tell you that.
I have a lot of faith in this ministry.
And more down here reports. So we have some trees put on it to try to stop the infiltration of the and we have a new flapper made for it. It doesn't fit like it should, but it's holding back. And about the first time in years, the water that flooded, what they refer to as the ninth ward over here, came from Captain's Cove, as opposed from Jones Creek, which was part of what we wanted to see if we could do that. I've spoken to the DPW supervisor Dave, and he's going to look into what it should take, because I believe that the man and guys that we have, with some other input, can replace the outfalls into Jones Creek, so the piece out of the catch basin into the wall, and put new flappers on, and I believe that that will hold a stopgap. All that is stopgap for now. But we had a new head wall look at there, and when it came out, it was almost $600,000. Don't have that kind of money right now. Because this isn't the only part of town that floods, I think perfectly honest, but we have to spread out the large parts. So that's basically a synopsis of what's going on.
There are just a few grants that are still pending. There are 2 that will be announced till the spring of 2019, the Safe Routes to School and the NJDOT grant that we applied for. The LAIF grant is also still pending. That's the one for the Bayfront Drive. Open space is pending. We're currently working on the 2019 budget, and I'm currently working on a master plan project for capital projects. That way we can do 5 and 10-year capital project, a bulk of capital money to get projects done in that bulk amount of time. So that way we have an actual road program list, not just by complaint level, but by an actual schedule of roads that need to get done.
Which we still have a list of roads.
Yeah.
That we planned on doing, Portland Road, Chestnut, that was delayed because of bids for water work, electrical work. County work up to, I've already been up at the county park, they was passing the earth out of there. And, we put in good time to pave Portland Road and put 4,000 in the most dirt across. Can't go too far. Yeah, sure.
And then I don't know if you've seen the resolution for the shared service study for Seabright. We were approached by Seabright to do a various department shared service study. And the RFP has no cost in it. It turns out that the DTA is going to assist the borough to do a study for various departments to see what departments could help and assist one another to do different shared services. And with our new municipal building being built, we might be able to take on some departments in a shared service and assist Seabright in certain departments that they might not be able to fit in their new building, or that maybe like their new PW, they might be able to assist by maybe might be able to hold their equipment in our yard because they might have areas, they still have areas that flood, so their equipment can stay in our yard. So we are going to do multi-departments, looking to see how it would fit that we can help one another out, just like we do. I'm looking forward to do the lifeguards again, we're looking to do sweeping services, whatever departments it is, we are going to go ahead and go forward to do that study.
All right, when do we take possession of all of these properties?
The closing is
November.
presently scheduled for November 19th.
We'll close on the OPH parking lot and somebody come in, so sent 3 notes speak about the design that we're looking at somewhat. So we can work with the departments of the town. See what we're going to do.
Well, and get the results of the study.
We've made some changes already to try to lessen the impact of the facility on the neighbors up there. A lot of work being done. That's important.
Questions?
Anybody else have anything? Yeah, please.
Anything engineering?
Please.
Yes, Mayor, I'm going to submit my report to the administrator today. Some of you have noticed that the police officers are wearing beards. So we traditionally not almost a member. It's a national initiative to draw attention to men's health, so we're participating in that again. But we're stretching it out for 3 months. They asked me to stretch it out a little bit, so what we're doing is it costs each officer money to participate in this. We have to pay a fee, and what we're doing is the months of October and December, the monies are going to be matched by the PDA, and we are going to provide Christmas presents for the families. So that's something that we're doing. Hopefully, at the end of this week, we may have a press release, but we're working on some other issues. So some other people might want to join in and contribute some thoughts.
So January 1st, that reorganization is going to be maintained. Absolutely.
Maybe before that.
Good evening. Just a few things to touch in on the Shore Drive pump station. We replaced the pump last week. The single pump operation is working fine. In conjunction with the second pump, we've been made aware of a couple concerns that the operator had. So we are investigating that to determine any potential adjustments that need to be made to get that operating within the expectations. So we hope to wrap that up in the next week or two. Veterans Park, you probably noticed the cabinetry for the electrical main panel is now elevated on platforms, on piles, I should say, in between the top lot and the basketball court. That is up out of the flood zone now. Next step will be to construct a platform as required by JCP&L to access the meters and things of that nature. Shortly following that, the original contractor will come back in and complete all of the trenching and connections of the electric to complete that project. The police trailer, we have issued a purchase order to Apollo Plumbing to do the sanitary connection at long last. I'm getting that together, but we have utility markout is done. Contractor expects to mobilize and start that project, he told us, within 2 weeks. The sanitary sewer CDBG project is all but done. The only thing remaining is some minor paving work around the manholes. We've been in touch with the contractors to get that wrapped up so we can close that project down. Other question I had was FEMA. There was a letter that was sent out recently just identifying they're going to be starting the studies again. This was basically a function of the challenge that was issued by Manhattan in the last go-round with surge analysis and the computational methods that the maps were based upon. So the first conversation was really just to notify everyone that we're going to use the state-of-the-art modeling. It was kind of a weird letter. It didn't really say much. I got in touch with the FEMA Region 2 folks just to help understand what's going on. And the guys, we're not getting comments from anybody because there's really nothing to comment on other than they're using the state-of-the-art software to do their analysis. I also had a separate question regarding the area around Bayside Avenue and how the elevations were determined on the maps that were in fact adopted back in June. Similarly, I spoke with some representatives. One of the guys was from Stantec, who's a FEMA sub-consultant. Asked him to provide a little further information on how they computed it so that I could report back to council on whatever they used as their base modeling. Some of the areas don't make a lot of sense when you look at it in a vacuum, but the conversation I had was that it was really a lot of the information was really way run up in analysis that wouldn't really seem logical when you first look at it. He did give me some basic supporting documentation to show that, but not enough for me to say anything about. So he was going to provide a little further clarification on how they came up with that. I know there were some interested folks on that side of town. So that's pretty much what I have. Take any questions?
No? No,
Oh, we're going over there.
Oh.
And who's running this show? Is this the vendor?
So we'll look at this, we'll get back to you individually. Let's see if you wanted to do something.
And these are for what? Just holes?
Yeah.
Holes? Okay. All right.
But we have to order the extension, right? Or
The right,
All right. Going over to public. Carol.
Well, like every day, sure, I just,
mentioned that the most of the flooding came from Captain's Cove. So I hope you remember that when he comes back for another appeal. By the way, I want to ask the attorney if he remembers when that is paid. When is his deadline for?
He's supposed to complete the repairs by November 30th, and he's to appear here December 5th.
Thank you.
Well,
This work at Short Drive. Since the flooding came over the bulkhead at Captain's Cove, I'm wondering why Captain's Cove doesn't have to raise the bulkhead like they're doing on the street.
Well, I'm not raising my voice.
Well, but the borough is working with the private property
Are
owners.
you going to ask me the question and I'll answer, or you just have to keep on talking?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not raising to the people who were floodplain up there, raising to wasn't the elevations of the current owners around it. Why I don't believe he has to raise his at all.
So we're not doing anything to solve flooding
We're
issues.
doing that through his redevelopment plan and the board is coming back on these.
Okay. My next question is the Short Drive parking lot. Can somebody tell me who asked for it to be paid?
I do.
Did you see a plan of the layout of the parking spaces before and after the paving?
Before the meeting, there was no parking spots.
Did you count how many cars could fit in the parking lot on a maximum capacity before it got paved?
No, yeah.
It was 33 cars. It is now paved for 32, but that's counting the handicap spot, which is at the opposite end of the restaurant, so I don't know who's served that handicap spot.
The handicap spot is there, but that's where the handicap access on the street.
Okay.
Doesn't necessarily mean there's parking there, it's not a restaurant. It's not parking.
It just doesn't make sense for me to assume that's
So
obviously, that's the legality. I'm sure that's the legality. And then, just curious what's gonna happen the next time we flood, and both of those parking spots in front of Shore Drive are blocked. This time you got lucky, only one of them was blocked, so you could open that up for access. But what happens when two cars are parked there?
I'm just like to do that.
It's the floodwaters?
No, it doesn't flood all the way up to
During that.
No, on
during
Bay, I know what you're talking about. On Bay Avenue, floods, and the people on Ocean, and Gravelly can't get out the usual way. The only way it used to be was across the parking lot there. I know what you're talking about.
Close that in. Close that so people would come down to the drive and cut through there and traffic back up. That's why. So it wasn't an accident.
We were turning down Central Avenue. And so back to my question, did you understand that during that storm, the floodwaters came more than halfway up that parking lot? So the only place for people on Central, Ocean, and Gravelly to get out is through that Shore Drive exit. So my question is, the next time we have a storm and we flood, and both of those spots are occupied, what are you going to be doing? Is the borough going to come and tow cars, or are you just going to wait for the flood to go out? So you're.
I've made.
That's
I
what
know.
they're saying.
And now you'll never be trapped if you move your car before the flood.
People, see, you don't live there, so you don't see what I see. People move their cars to higher ground, and that side of the parking lot is higher ground.
understand what you're saying.
So now, people are going to put their cars in that spot to protect them from the floodwaters.
So let me ask
So
you a
now they have
question.
to get out, because
If
they
you
can't
know
get
the
out the
reason
short
it's
road.
coming, when are you going to move your car? At the last possible moment? We use a little bit of sense and say, I'm going to get my car out of here. See, I would move on it. Now, when it says they're going to blow 50 out of the northeast, you know what I do? I batten down the hatches on the hill. Okay? At my house. That's what I do. I prepare. I look forward that something's going to happen and I make arrangements for that.
Okay, so the people who maybe got home late, okay, no big deal.
Tim, you don't want it there, you never want it there, so that's all there is to it. Why do we debate that? Okay?
Because you spent
If I
money on
patiently
a
told
project
you
that was.
you want silver, okay? You know how it is, you just
That
don't
parking
want
lot
it.
was fine,
No,
exactly
it
how it
wasn't
was.
fine.
You could fit more cars, you had better access, and
You
didn't have
didn't
to
pick
worry
no
about the
car,
flood.
people dump
Put
stuff.
mulch in the corner, it all washed away.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Okay?
Again, more wasted money.
It wasn't wasted money, it was surplus to the park. Okay, you don't want it, just admit it, you don't want it. Doesn't matter what it is, you don't want.
It's far more attractive and much easier to deal with.
Once again, it looks pretty, but it's less useful because
It's not less
you
useful.
have less
But
parking.
since there were no stripes in there, people could substandardly park their cars closer together. That was not an official parking lot that
All
way.
right, I'll move on. Urging the council and the administration to hire more help to look into solving the flooding issue, especially in this area.
We just did. We just did. I'm sorry, I
I
apologize.
can't wait.
I apologize. My apologies. Please continue on that. Then I'll, please continue. I'm sorry.
So, recently in Fortune magazine, they had the top companies who are changing the world, and one of them happens to be Xylem, which is based right in New York State. Their company does this. They come in and they mitigate floods, they take so much water, and I would love for you to hire them or someone like them, I have no affiliation, just somebody other than TMN and CME to come in and not solve our problem. They've been, especially TNM, has been here for decades, and we still flood, and they're not solving the problem. And my big concern with this project, it's great that we're getting money to pay for the new sewer lines and the storm lines down there, but I want to make sure the project is done right. You know, the parking lot's a small example, but you come in with this great idea and it looks great, and it's going to be wonderful, and the county's going to do the work for us, and we don't have to pay for the labor, but it's not as functional as it used to be.
It's more functional than demo site, just the things you're going to have to do.
Perhaps if you guys would listen to the residents, we wouldn't have to come here and.
You're the only one that I've heard, I can answer
That's
specifically.
because you annoy Teresa so much, she got up and walked out. Because you have one person who goes on Facebook about Jackson Street, and all of a sudden, I've got Tim Gonzalez, do you know who this guy is? Can you get me in touch with him? We have been coming to these meetings, this neighborhood, various neighbors for years, saying, please help us. Please do something about, please do something about the flooding. I have yet to hear anyone from Jackson or Cornwall or Shrewsbury or any of that neighborhood come to these meetings as much and as often as we do saying, please help us. And we don't. We get
Well, first of all, just because someone doesn't come here and complain doesn't mean that we don't notice where there's flooding problems and need attention. Okay, we're fixing it all over town, and we're spending $5 million right here. She should be the happiest girl in Highlands right now. We're doing what she wants us to do. I don't understand why.
I don't understand how these new sewer places.
No, not. No, we're all. Okay, because you didn't sit with the engineers to know what we're understanding, how we're solving the problem. Okay, the new stormwater, we're taking the old stormwater pipes out, putting new ones in, pitched in the right direction. Right now, you're trying to drain water to Captain's Cove. We're now going to drain it from Captain's Cove into Jones Creek, which will always be lower. Okay, we're going to keep water out of Jones Creek so that it'll have room for drainage. Okay, $5 million to do this.
Well, that's fine, because you're saving us $3 million in sewer, so we call this during the campaign.
No, we're going to solve the flooding. When we finish the Waterwitch neighborhood project, Valley Street, and the problems that we have down in the Shrewsbury, Jackson Street area, Highlands is going to be dry with a nor'easter grade storm. Okay?
How long is this going to take approximately?
Several years. How long is it supposed to take? We've got to get funding.
I think for at least 4 to 5
Okay,
years.
but we've got a council here now that's doing it. I don't know about, all the time before, but now it's getting done. More has been done in 10 months, 24 months, than has ever been done in 50 years. We've actually taken the flooding seriously, and we're making enormous strides to handling it. All prior to now, it's been mouth service.
I'll believe it when I see it.
That's fine. I don't blame you for that. But we got to do permitting, we got to do contracting, we got to do engineering. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes months of red tape because it's a municipal project. If it was a private project, you're right. It would be going. But it doesn't work like that. You're right. I don't think you're right about that.
I'm planning on 10 Central Ave. I want to talk about the parking lot also. You have to stripe those 2 spaces so that we can get out.
Central Ave. I moved my car up there, one of my cars up here, at 9 a.m. I came down and I hooked it back. And it was leaking coming up underneath it. It was not solving the problem. It is, I was holding back. It's not like it was. It's gotten better and we're looking, there's still water coming through though. Sure. And
It's not at a rate that it will fill it up during high tide. It only has to last long enough for high tide.
no, it's coming, it's underneath, it's coming through. It's still,
We're gonna replace the bulkhead eventually.
I know it has to be replaced.
Yeah. But until then, we,
But that parking lot, you have to keep those two spaces open. It is the only way out. And Central Ave, you have to come either in, you have to come down Ocean, you have to come down Travel, keep on going. No one can get out. It doesn't matter. I'm high and dry, I don't need to move my car. But I can't get in or out. It's a safety issue, and we can work on that. Access issue, and it really has to be solved. Please take it seriously.
I've already requested that we do something to keep that open.
In Veterans Park, you mentioned you were going to raise the bulkhead. We're going to raise the bulkhead. I think that in Veterans Park, the proper way to stop the water would be an elevated walkway or something very context sensitive. Make it a park feature.
One of the problems is the committee process. The permits, to get the permits to do this kind of work.
If you're saying the elevated walkway, that's actually,
So-
that's
so
part,
move it
that's
back.
we'll look at company break that,
Well, in actuality, that's what we're looking for, more rock and concrete as opposed to a walking.
Yeah, I have thoughts on it. So far as raising all the bulkheads, what elevation are you looking at?
Certainly, yeah. Not the elevation of the army board.
Understood.
It's not that, it's, I don't know.
About every 15, 16 inches, that's a probability of flooding. It's every foot you can get there is.
I'm thinking of what's in the neighborhood of roughly 18 inches higher than 1 foot of water is reaching.
18, so the ones that are breaching are about 5 feet. Most of the other ones are at 6 to 8.
6.5 feet is where the 2 neighbors are going to be at.
So
What's the elevation in the showings? So whatever his was high enough for the storm.
and if it's 18 inches, is that a general permit, not a special permit?
No, that is a straight replacement of what you have.
Straight replacement 18 inches high.
So if you're replacing at your current elevation, whatever that is, stage 3, and you go to 4.5, there's more permitted. But I think I'm that much.
I think it's 18 might be a magic number.
I'm saying roughly what our current one on the end of North Street, privately owned holds, the northeast.
And the need for the Captain's Code one is, that's very dramatic.
Sure.
It is very plain as well.
Just redevelopment plan that we have gone through is not so much to have the current one repaired as to have them unloaded or something else.
How can you mandate the elevation of the,
I believe there is.
We can mandate it, we can also hold that if any type of infrastructure issue to fix that area as well as the storm sewers, as well as the bulkheads into the developer's agreement.
okay.
That's another reason why we did these areas of redevelopment, so that the developer has to give back to the town by fixing the infrastructure in and around the area of redevelopment.
And are the plans that you have for this, $5 million grant available?
They're not done yet. We're in the funding stage.
Yeah, not in the concept plan.
Well, in a very general way,
So you don't have, $5 million kind of
but
hit the number
The fund-
without a plan.
No, well, you have to get the funding, and then some of the funding goes to the engineering.
The 5 million was an estimated cost of what it would take to do a job of that scope. Now you have to delve into it a little deeper to find out exactly what you're gonna need. 5 million might be more than enough.
Yeah, we have the rough specs, we don't have the construction.
Oh, yeah, that's just what you have. to-
Yeah.
Now, basically, we have a drawing that shows the meets and bounds. Anybody else have anything to ask? Come down.
The motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll make a motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
That-